You are looking live at Sport-O-Rama ice rinks in Monsey, New York, where the New Jersey Rockets are getting set to take on the Ramapo Saints in U19 AA girls hockey action. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo, glad to bring you the action from just over the border in New York State from New Jersey. The Rockets in all black, their black away jerseys with white numbering and gray trim, and almost all black helmets, except for the goalie, Emma Lacey, number 7, and Lily Rose Smith, who has a maroon helmet. The Saints, who the Rockets seemed to play about 20 times last season, are wearing pink jerseys, which is not their customary color, but October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're figuring it's an homage to that wonderful cause, and mostly pink stick tape as well. So the Saints with the uncharacteristic pink jerseys and dark blue numerals, their customary dark blue pants with light blue, the royal trim, along with white trim as well. Rockets gathering by their net, Saints have gathered by theirs. I believe this is a Maha League game, so 17 minutes on the clock per period. Last Sunday, in their previous action in Virginia, the Rockets built a 3-0 lead against the Reston Raiders and held on for a 3-2 victory. That was not a league game, and it was 15-minute periods. And boy, they needed it to be just 15 because the Raiders were putting on a blitz at the end of the game, scoring 2 with 10 minutes, under 10 minutes left in the third. But the Rockets held them off. They had a 2-1 defeat to the Tri-City Eagles in Maryland last Saturday, so they split the road trip at 1-1. They'll be home, I believe, for the rest of October after this. PJ on the face-off, lift-off in Monsey, New York. Rad's chipped ahead. Izzy looking for it. PJ picks it off, sends it at the net. Left pad save and covered up. That's the first 11 seconds of the game for the Rockets to force that shift. Larissa and Rachel on the back line. PJ with Izzy on her right and Georgie now in the slot. Battled for it below the line. Comes up to the point. Rad's there, sends it deep to Izzy. Izzy looking for Georgie alone in the slot. It's not that she couldn't pull the trigger, it's that somebody got a stick on it. They were looking to make that play. So we have a wonderful, mostly wonderful perch here at Sport-O-Rama, just above the scorer's table. But because of the antique nature of the building, some of the posts come out a little too far. So you might miss some of the action in the corners and just below you. But hard to complain about where we are. This one comes up and out thanks to Lily, who's just below battling. Riz jumps on the ice with Amanda and Lily on the front line. Riz will take it over the right side. She'll skate it all the way into the corner, looking for Lily in front. Skates it all the way around, looking for Kirsty in the slot, but can't connect on the pass. Banked out. It's going to be a half break, but Tootie will be back there and Emma will cover it up. 15:42 left, first period, no score. Rockets and the Saints from Monsey, New York. Saints win it back to the point, sent but not through traffic from the point on the wrist. Lily on the boards tries to steer it out. It's sent in front. Tootie's stick knocks it away. She'll come to the near corner, chip it for Riz in front of her own bench, and Riz will take it up and out, but without possession. Tootie comes and powers through, tries to get possession back. A hard bank off the boards, too strong of an angle, and Kirsty picks it up in her own end. Lily, little too strong for Lily, and the Saints bring it in, 1-on-5. The handoff there as PJ and Kirsty form a trap. Izzy chips it up. It's going to be a little too strong. It's going to be an icing. Thought there might have been the tip of a stick for one of the Saints, but not the case, and they'll face it off to the right of Emma Vezina. Sport-O-Rama's been in the mix for quite some time. If you're from northern New Jersey or Orange County, New York, this was one of the only rinks back when some play-by-play announcers were in their high school years, and that was the typical 5:30 in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning ice time if you wanted to get out there for hockey. Sometimes even your high school games were played before school in the morning. So Sport-O-Rama's been here for a long time. Wrist shot, can't get through traffic. It hit off of PJ's right leg, the back of her right leg it looked like. Hopefully not the part that's unprotected. As they move it through the offensive zone, the Saints try to get another scoring chance, but they don't get another on goal, and the Rockets are able to force them out. Played with and neutral ice, a little too strong. Izzy tips that pass back, and they just bat it back and forth playing ping pong at the far boards. Near side, Riz and Lily almost collide as Lily jumps onto the ice. Turnover at neutral ice. Rad's back to try to break up this rush. Battling for it one-on-one, gets late help from Amanda. Lily up to Riz, 1-on-2, so not much there. She's got to just look to dump it deep, and she got her feet turned around a little, and then she gets possession and had to dump it forward as the D changed behind her. This one comes out toward the point. 2D tries to step in. She's unable to keep it in off the banker, and it goes back into Saints territory. Rockets play with it on the far boards. 13:30 left in a scoreless first period from Monsey, New York. That's the Ramapo Saints. They're wearing pink. They try to get into the zone, and they do. Backhand no-look pass is just easily taken by Amanda, and she'll break up the left wing with Riz with her 3-on-3, and Lily, the third forward on the right. Amanda peels off, and she'll come in for a change. Riz and Lily stay up for the attack, but they're a little gassed and looking to get off, it looks like. They'll have to stay on as the Saints try to set up. 2D picks off that pass, tries to chip it for Riz, but Riz came in to cover the middle. PJ now on with Riz and Lily, but the wings are at the end of their shift. Let's see if Riz can get off. She does, because Lily's able to carry it up the right wing. Lily's going to carry this in and look for some room. Nice drop pass for PJ, wrist shot. Looked like somebody tipped it, but it's gloved down. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the time left on the clock in the first period. 0-0 is the score from Monsey, New York, the home of the Ramapo Saints. Yes, those are they in pink jerseys today. Saints win the face-off, and they'll move it around their backboards, but Rachel jumps in at the left point and keeps it in. Izzy's got it behind the net, 1-on-2. Let's see if she can win that battle. If she can, she might have PJ in front. Izzy comes out, looks for PJ in the slot, but it's disrupted. Rad's right point shot, gets through traffic, but there's a kick save. Far corner, centered. That's Izzy over there. Izzy will go to Rads at the point. Rads will open space, look for an open lane, and fire. PJ comes all the way off as the Rockets attack. And she's managed to change for Amanda without the Rockets losing offensive possession. Rachel can't keep that in as it's banked hard off the boards at a good angle. Rads will go back and be the first one to get it. Larissa turns, banks it off the boards. A little too strong for Amanda and Izzy. Now Riz will come in. She'll be the first forward in pursuit over there. She won't have to chase it around. Amanda's on the other side. Let's see if she can keep it in. She can't, but she disrupts the break. Kirsty steps up. Amanda now steers it in. Riz picks that one off. Actually, it was Lily. Lily gets into the zone, drops for Riz, but there's a lot of traffic there and she can't do anything with it. Riz battling along the boards, forces the Saints to dump it, but one gains possession. Centered. Emma covers that one up. I don't know if it was a shot on net, but Emma made sure that it wasn't going anywhere, and she just covered that thing as it crossed through the first part of her crease. 11-13, first period, no score. Rockets in black, Saints in pink. PJ wins the face-off to the corner. Hansen gets it and steers it around for Lily, but she's beaten to the spot and takes a spill. It comes back hard around this side. Kirsty's there, takes her time, tries to bank it up for Riz. Riz with a little traffic, banks it backhand with PJ. Uses the feet to get it out. PJ's going to break in with Lily. PJ and Lily, but wow, good back checking by the Saints there. PJ slams on the brakes, watches one Saint fly by, centers it for Kirsty between the points, through traffic. Oh, Lily was trying to redirect it from the right doorstep, couldn't get the stick on it. Bouncing puck, good idea. Sent up through the middle, that hit off Tootie's skate. It's going to direct in. Emma leaves it just in case they were going to call the icing, but they were never going to call it. They were on top of it there. Georgie comes up and sacrifices the body to get it out, leaves it forward for Tootie and Izzy. Tootie and Izzy kind of in each other's way. Izzy gets through, whistles a wrist shot wide. Near side point, Rads will have to back it up. Sent down, it's going to be an icing if it gets over fast enough, and it does. 10:09 left, scoreless first period, Rockets and the Saints. PJ on the offensive zone faceoff, tried to center it there, but one of the Saints stepped into the lane, picked it off, and moved it out. Can't get through Rachel, though. And Rachel steers it up for Georgie, just beneath you and out of view. Goes back into the Saints zone, battled for beneath us again, just out of sight. That's Amanda and Georgie doing the work there, and a Saint coming in to get it. They'll bank it off the boards and they'll gain the offensive zone. Georgie changes for Riz, as you see her jumping into the play on the right side of your screen. It comes up the far boards. Izzy's there, but can't get to it fast enough. It jumps over Rad's stick at the end line. Rachel poked it out. One of the Saints picks it up, backhander, but Emma picks that one off before it could get more forward. 0-0, 9:26 left in the first period. Amanda with the defensive zone draw has Rachel and Rads behind her, wins it to Rachel. Near side boards to Riz. Riz and Amanda in the same lane. They're going to have to split up there and give each other a little room, but easily defensed. Got to make a little room for each other over there and force the D to spread out. Saints are going to send this down. It's going to be icing unless it goes on net. It does not. And the Rockets will get an offensive zone draw with 9:06 left in the first period and no score. Amanda will take the face-off. She's got Riz in the slot. Lily on her right. Kirsty at the right point, Tootie between the points. Battled for, stepped in, and that is coming out of the zone. Picked off by Kirsty. Riz has it, but she's 1 on 5 now. Not much there. Trying to just hold that puck for as long as she can, but couldn't do it for much longer as the Rockets change behind. Puck pops into the Saints bench. Whistle and a stoppage of play. They're going to call that a draw outside the zone. Probably should have been in the zone if a Saint popped it in, but I guess a Rocket popped it in. PJ wins the faceoff over to Kirsty, who breaks over the right side with speed and into the far corner. Battled for behind the net, centered in front, Georgie. Then Izzy, backhand, Kirsty, and 2 saves in the sequence. Goalie's lost her stick. That's Peterson. They're trying to get her stick. The Rockets should try to bump it out if they can. Not in an unsportsmanlike fashion, but in a savvy street sense fashion. Another has lost her stick. That's actually, Hamilton gave her stick to Peterson. They ice it and they'll get out of trouble that way. And the Rockets will get a change, as will the Saints. Dangerous right there. A couple of one lost stick and a defenseman giving the goaltender her stick. 8:11, first period, no score. Amanda loses the face-off. Lily Neely steals it and then puts one on net that Peterson covers up. A 2-second sequence. Amanda looking for Riz on the boards, gets it to her. Riz shields for Rachel, but it comes out, and the Saints will break out 3-on-1, or 2-on-1, or 3-on-2. 86 there, wrist shot, low rebound. Emma tries to get it, and that was Larissa that knocked it away. Amanda banks it hard up the boards just past Riz, and the Rockets have thwarted the Saints' first best scoring chance right there. No shots on the board. We don't have the benefit of seeing that, but Maybe I could yell down to somebody in between periods and see if they have the shot. Lily dumped from behind up there, but the puck was there. A little bit of a slew foot, but not surprised they didn't call. That one jumps out of the zone, and they put it back in. That's always a good chance to take. You never know if the refs are going to give you that call as the puck jumps over the line. And there's no more delayed offsides. It's automatic. And we've gone at that one ad infinitum so far this season with 7:23 left in the scoreless first period. Rockets got to get set a little quicker on the faceoff right there. Izzy was still adjusting her stick when that puck was dropped, so that could be costly. And if you have refs that are, look, as long as they're doing it quickly and they're doing it consistently, then you got to be ready as soon as you're out there. Popped up, tried to bat it out with the hand, and this will be Kirsty trying to steer it out. Goes up into the Rockets bench. We can't see who might have grabbed it. One of the players throws it back in. Our concern whenever there's a puck that flies into the bench is for Coach Paul, who, despite his advanced years, still moves with the dexterity of a lizard. Saints win the faceoff and they push it into Rockets territory. There's 2 Rockets and 1 Saint. Now a second Saint coming in. It goes to the Rockets, but they move it to a Saint. Below the line, sent out in front. That would not have counted. That would have been batted in. Looked like there was a cross-check there. No call. Probably good news for the Rockets. Kirsty gets it, looks for a little space, but centers it. Was looking for Georgie on the opposite wing. Instead, just gave it right away. Wrist shot. Tootie knocked it down before it got to Emma. She goes to the far boards. That one picked off after a push in from the left point, and that's Kirsty. She comes offside with Georgie. You got to skate with your head up there. You got to toe that line. You got to make the curve. That would have been a 3-on-2 break for the Rockets, and they just handed it away. 6:09 left first period, no score. Each team with 1 or 2 good scoring chances, but nothing great yet. So well, 1 great probably for the Saints. A couple of good for the Rockets. Riz 1-on-2 behind the net. Can't steal that one. Saints move it up the near side boards and through center. Tipped forward, not going to be an icing, but Rads is the first one to get it. She'll turn the corner of the side of the net and chip for Lily. This is Amanda 2-on-1. Hamilton's back. She's a good skater, a lot of speed. We've seen her play a lot of times over the years in this uniform, or at least for this organization, since the uniform looks a little different. Saints move it up the near side boards, but Rachel keeps it in. Rachel for Riz. Riz comes out of some traffic, but there's 4 Saints right there, and she couldn't get it through them. If she got that pass low to Lily, Lily was going to be alone. Wrist shot. Emma gloves it. Whistle. Stoppage of play. 5:17 left first period. No score. From New York. Not that New York, but it still counts as a state. PJ wins the face-off to the near side into the corner. Izzy on the far side wing chips it out. Looking to pick it off there, but and eventually it gets to Kirsty looking for some open ice. Kirsty gets a pick from 2 of her teammates, but the Rockets they're moving well in terms of speed. Wrist shot, that was a knuckler, and Emma got it with the Rockets logo and never let it get out. The Rockets are moving with speed and they're skating hard. They're in each other's way, and they're not splitting up and giving themselves space as they enter the zone, so they're making it very easy for the Saints to defense them. They're not putting the Saints on their toes nearly as much as they could be if they just split up and found some open lanes. Georgie's going to pick this one off. She gets into the zone onside, and PJ sends it in before Georgie could clear the zone. 4:37 left, scoreless first. Rockets in the away black jerseys, white lettering, gray trim. Saints in non-customary special, we'll call them third jerseys, probably for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Riz comes in, has nothing there, so she sends it around the boards and nearly gets it back. Amanda will pick this one off on the left board, centers it, but can't get anybody there. Lily was in the slot, but there was a lot of traffic there. Saints send it in. Rockets turn. Lily chips it off the boards. It comes out. She can pursue again. If that goes in, it's offside. Amanda picks it off. Amanda tries to come in. Goes back the opposite way for Lily, and the Rockets will get it in, and Amanda will have to change. She'll turn and burn as Riz pursues. Riz looking to pick it off. Riz trying to get to that puck, trying to win the one-on-one battle. Eventually now PJ comes on. Hamilton gets it out. She was looking for the home run. Riz moves it forward, gets pushed into the boards there, but eventually gains the puck, looking for some room, has to send it in and take a change for her and Lily. PJ will be out there first in pursuit, and she'll have a couple of fresh wings with her. Georgie is one to get to the puck first. PJ Hansen over there. They tried to move it over to Izzy on the opposite side. Saints now hanging back looking for the home run, but Kirsty saw it all the way and picked up that puck. Right at the center dot, Georgie gets it 1-on-3, 1-on-4 if she gets it in. Judy comes late, uses the feet to stop that one, then the stick just below you. Trust us, that's what's going on. 66 will get it in. She gets through the slot. 66 goes low, backhander score. One-woman effort right there. 66 picked it off in neutral ice. Was able to get through one defender. Was not driven to the outside. Got to the low left side of the slot, and her backhander found its way over Emma's glove side. 1-0 Saints with 2:58 left in what's been an otherwise very even first period. It doesn't take much when these two teams play each other. Seemingly any mistake is in the back of the net. And the games tend to be low scoring. Saints now with a little jump in their step. Rachel breaks that one up, but still there's an extra Saint and no Rocket on there. They send it all the way through, and Lily will be first in pursuit as the Saints go back into their own end. Riz looking to pick up the D-to-D pass. There's a loose puck there. She shields the player off it but can't get possession. 66, your goal scorer, brings it in, gets through one, wrist shot. Emma with the save with the left shoulder, rebounds over there, and Amanda comes all the way down to pick it up. Lily gets it, uses the body to shield it, looks for Riz, gets over the center line, sends it forward. Rockets change the center behind the play. The wings in pursuit. Riz trying to pick that off, gets a little help from PJ. Rachel kicks it, but can't get it down deep, and it's a 1-on-3, 86 trying to get through. Wrist shot, Rad's got a piece of it with the backhand side of her stick blade and moves it up but not out. A lot of traffic there, and eventually PJ banks it to Izzy. Izzy does not have numbers there, and the Rockets having now trouble gaining and then holding possession in the offensive zone. They're doing a lot of dumping and not maybe enough possessing. Saints 1-on-4, 3-on-5, but Georgie comes out with that using the numbers, powers up the left wing, forced to the outside, sends it around for Izzy, not strong enough. Saints get there first, and their wing is in the breakout spot. Kirsty had to retreat. If that goes in, it's going to be an offside, and it is. Kirsty had to retreat just a little bit to prevent the break behind her. She couldn't have been clairvoyant enough to know that the puck was going to skip over the left wing stick over there. Otherwise, she would have stayed in and probably marched right to the net. Nevertheless, clairvoyance is not a requirement for playing hockey. It does help. The Rockets were offside there, but they didn't call it, so that's a little bit of a break. Bumping right below, that sticks on stanchions and not players against boards. Rockets move it through neutral ice and in. Riz in pursuit over there, just at that part where you can't see. That's where the action's happening. And it's not just you, I can't see it either when it gets there. Saints try to move it out, but Rads keeps it in, at least at the left point. Riz gets it into the zone momentarily, shrugged off there by one of the Saints who move it into the offensive zone now. Through traffic, wrist shot, right at the Rockets logo. Emma stops it and does not let the rebound ever hit the ice. So that is a whistle and a stoppage. And for the last 12.9 seconds of the first period, the Rockets will first and foremost, look to keep the puck out of the back of their net, and secondarily, maybe get a break and put one in as time expires. It comes out of the zone, Georgie in pursuit, whacked there, moved forward, still bandied about in neutral ice. 2 seconds, one, that's the buzzer. And a first period in which the Rockets had a few chances. Played very evenly, but 66 in pink was able to break in 1-on-2 and put a puck with the backhand into the net from the bottom left of the slot, and it went to Emma's glove side. If you're joining us from Monsey, Malmo, Montvale, Mumbai, or Mamaroneck, we are glad to have you with us on Rockets 19 UAA girls hockey. The Rockets trying to put together a second straight win after a 1-1 road trip previously to this weekend. They went to Maryland and fell 2-1 to the Tri-Cities Eagles and rebounded on the Sunday before Columbus Day to post a 3-2 victory over the Reston Raiders. Emma Lacey will now occupy the goal to your left as the team switch sides in what we call the period of the long change. Why do we call it that? Because, for instance, there's the Saints bench, and this is the side of the ice that they're starting at and defending. Face-off won by the Saints, but stolen by Izzy, who sends it into the offensive zone and chases behind. She's got PJ in the slot and Georgie at the end line. Exchanges with Georgie there. Can't hold on to it as Hamilton grabs it, sends it through the middle. Kirsty's got to backtrack, keeps it in. Looked like it was out from here. I have the best vantage point in the world right now of that shot. So the Rockets get a double break there. Well, looked like Kirsty didn't keep it in. She'd tell you that she kept it in. But it looked like it came just an inch or two out. Rockets win a faceoff, but the Saints are just stepping into that spot every time and moving it up the ice after the icing. So the Saints, despite their mistake, despite their icing, they gain possession. And they'll try to cycle the puck along the far boards. And they go to the end boards. But Tootie's there to interrupt the cycle as long as she gets it strong enough to the near side boards. Izzy there steers her opponent into the boards. And they're going to call that, apparently. I don't know if they're going to call an interference or what, but Camarada is going to go to the box for a couple of minutes. And they're going to call body checking. I can actually hear that. 93 body checking. And that will be the first power play of the game with 16:03 left in a 17-minute second period. The Saints leading 1-0 over the Rockets, who win the face-off. That's Amanda. Oh, Rizzo is cross-checked from behind! No call! Unbelievable! I mean, it's right in front of the referee. She's cross-checked from behind, and they just swallow the whistle. We might have to send the video into the league office for that one. Egregious. Cross-checked high, to the head even. Rizzo will pick this one off. She's interfered with, no call. That one, excusable. The other one, absolutely not. The puck wasn't even there. She's decked. Yet she stays out there and dumps the puck in. 1:15 in the power play. 15-15 in the period. 1-0 Saints. They'll change one behind the play. They change two. They change their defense. Rachel goes in to get that puck, can't handle it, tries to get it again. Saints looking to center it, but there's all Rockets there. It goes off the back of the net and just sits there. Rockets a little jelly-legged here. They probably need a change. Riz is there. Remember, icing is in effect at all times, so she has to gain the center line. Sends it toward the net, makes the goaltender make a save, and allows her team to change forward lines. 34 seconds left in the power play, 14:34 in the period. Izzy Camarada off for body checking. It should have been evened up very quickly as Riz took a cross check right in front of the referees. There's another check right there, no call. If you're going to call one, call them all. But instead, they've only called them on the black team so far. So you gotta outskate the refs and your opposition. That's just the way it is sometimes. Penalty expiring now. Emma freezes that up. 14:02 left, and Izzy is able to jump out of the box. The Rockets are going to make a 60% change there. Tootie with Kirsty, PJ with her customary wing pair, the one she started the game with. Izzy on the right, Georgie on the left. PJ a little too strong for Georgie on the breakout. Izzy's going to be the first one there to skate along with it. 13:48, second period, 1-0 Saints. They try to break it out to the middle. Tootie's there, banks it perfectly off the boards to allow Izzy to get onside. Another cross check there. This one they're going to call. Georgie took a cross, they're going to call a body check. Georgie took one right there. So it took 3 for the Rockets to take before they called 1, but they'll take it at this point. That's Hamilton. She'll go into the box for body checking. So the first power play of the game for the Rockets, trailing 1-0. They try to even the score. Amanda will come out to take the face-off. Riz in the slot. Lily on the right wing. Rads at the right point. Rachel on the left. Rachel posturing between the points. One back to Rads, looking to get it through traffic, but there was nothing there, so she sends it behind the net. Riz will pursue in the far corner, and will she go to the point? She will. That's Rachel, down to Riz. Riz looking, waited a moment too long to send it to Rads. Rachel back there. She's got to make this play, otherwise it's going to be a break. Rachel, and she wins the fight for it. Could have been an interference as Riz will take this one through one traffic. Looking forward for Lily and sent into the offensive zone. Rads gets it, keeps it from going in, but waits and just couldn't get long enough time for Lily to get out of the zone, sends it in and offside. Rockets can't get set on the power play through the first 39 seconds, and they're going to call this an intentional offside, so they'll bring the face-off all the way down. Tough break for the Rockets right there. 1:21 left, second period. Power play. 1:21 left in the power play for the Rockets. 12:50 now left in the second period. A period in which the Rockets trail 1-0. Here goes Larissa. Larissa over the line. Larissa wrist shot. It eludes the goaltender but goes wide. Larissa takes it low, turns, shot, rebound after the save, comes up to the point. Can Rachel get there? She can. Throws it quickly. Izzy behind the net, comes out to Kirsten, who just misses the shot to the side. Kirsty playing up on this one. Rad sends it at the net a little bit wide, steered aside by Peterson. Izzy wraparound, shot in front, rebound still there, puck still loose, now a whistle. And they're gonna send somebody else off with 40 seconds left in the power play, unless they're saying they're moving this faceoff out of the zone. 2 minutes for roughing. That's going to be on 26. 12:11 left in the second period. The Rockets are trailing the Saints 1-0, and they have a 5-on-3 for 40 seconds. Amanda on the faceoff with Georgie in the middle now and Riz on the left. Rads and Rachel switch sides. Riz off the boards. A Saint trip. Riz over to Rachel at the dot. Wrist shot gloved and held on. Rachel Lee was looking for the top corner of the net. Looks like her former teammate Natalia Peterson with the save there. Amanda to Georgie. Larissa tries to get it to Lou down low, but she couldn't deflect it. Lou will look around, goes to the point. Rachel and Lou, whose parents, a day apart this week, both celebrated their 25th wedding anniversaries. Happy anniversary, Coach Henry and Jen, and happy anniversary to Mrs. Riz and me. Riz with a wrist shot, whistled wide. 28 seconds. The clock is not moving. The Rockets are getting extra time in the power play here on a 5-on-3, and the clock is moving now. This happened against the Rockets a couple of weeks ago. The 16Us had to, actually it was last weekend, had to kill off a power play with extra time. Wrist shot bounces, and it goes in! It's a power play goal! Rachel Lee! Rachel bounces one in from the left point. That'll expire the last 14 seconds off the first power play, and the Rockets will have 134 of a 5-on-4. What a kid. Her mom with the cowbell. That one's for mom and dad. Happy anniversary. So the referee explaining that they're expiring the first penalty. So that player, I guess, was out of the box. It still looked like 5-on-3. We'd have to check the video to see if they put the other player on. The Saints have a case, but you can only operate as to what the scoreboard and the refs are saying. So that break went against a Rockets team last week, and it was in their favor this time. They still have possession in the offensive zone, but it's full and even strength. PJ centers it for Lily. Wrist shot. Oh, she couldn't get just all of it. Lily will try to pick that one off in the slot. Lily staying with it. Saints move it out. 1-1, 10:40 left in the second period. 66 for the pink team, 5 for the Rockets. Near side boards battled for there. Left point, plenty of room. Redirected, what a save by Emma. She got plenty on a wrist shot from the left point. It was redirected in front. Emma caught it on the bounce. That's a stellar save. Those are the hardest ones for goalies. You're expecting it one place and you have milliseconds to adjust. 1-1, 10:22 left. Second period from Monsey, New York. Sport-O-Rama. Saints gaining possession in the Rockets zone. Kirsty steers that one out. Over to Georgie. Georgie and Amanda, they're in each other's way. They have to split up and get out of each other's way. They're skating right in the same zone. Riz on the other side now. Rockets mixed it up on the power play there for once. So Georgie's now with Riz and Amanda. Tootie will step in from the point, can't keep it in. Georgie comes out, but the Saints pick it up with speed. 2-on-1, Larissa back there. Wrist shot goes wide. Couldn't decide between the shot and the pass and made a bad shot. As a defender, you say, well, I forced her to do that. Sent toward the slot. Rad steps in with the stick first and gets a piece of it. Rad's now on the other side, prevents a centering pass. Tootie and Amanda holding down the foot in front. This one chips out. This is going to be her foot race. Georgie's there. She's got to try to force the defender to make a bad play. And Amanda, as she's skating off, dangerously close to being too many players on the ice for the Rockets. They send it in offside. Amanda was skating to the bench. The puck went off of her skates, and she never made a play on it. So that is a hockey IQ, hockey sense play by 23, Amanda Werner. Her daddy taught her well. If she had made any kind of play on that puck, the player who had entered the ice for her had actually entered already, and that's when they could call too many on the ice. It comes to the far point. Rachel keeps it in. It goes below the end line, and it comes to the near side. Izzy trying to get there first. It comes to Rad. She bats it back in. Larissa Radishevsky. She's brought her game today, as she does at all times, 29 in black. A stellar player to watch. And as good of a player as she is, an even better kid. 1 second period. We are at the midway point of the game. And if you do math, that means there's 8:30 left in the second period. Periods are 17 minutes. PJ on the face-off. Couldn't tell if she got it to where she wanted it to be. No icing on this one. I'm not sure why they called that. It must have been a tipped stick. Rachel will reverse it, send it toward Lily's area, but the Saints keep it in. Looking to move it around, they get it to the point. Oh, Lily almost had the snipe. That's how she had a breakaway last week. Izzy will move it up. Izzy looking to the right, tries to get through the defender, gets her pocket picked. But Rads comes in from the point. A lot of Saints there, not as many Rockets, and the Saints will move it out. 66 who has the goal for Ramapo. 97 crosses over the line, centers it, gets around Emma. How did it not go in? Emma got the paddle of the stick on it. Somehow. That was ticketed. Saints move it out of the corner, back in there, loose in front, Emma covers it up. Lacey 7. We only, in the NHL production days, the early days of NHL productions, when we got to log videotapes, we had a grading system of stars. How many stars could a play be, or a save, whatever it was? 5 was the maximum. I'd have to go over the video as Hamilton breaks in, wrist shot goes off Tootie's left pad. Tootie stepped into the lane. We would go back and review the tape and say, hey, it was actual tape back then as Amanda breaks in over the left side. Amanda wrist shot, first save, rebound, comes in front, Riz there, tries to shove it in, but found a little company too quickly. And we would have a little discussion and say, hey, was this a 5-star play or a 5-star save? And that might have been one. Because it certainly looked like it was going in and the net was yawning. 6:50 now left in the second period. 1-1 Rockets and Saints. This is typical of these two teams and these groups of girls for the most part. Hamilton spins off the point, gets to the slot, through a lot of traffic, wrist shot, Emma save, rebound, covered up. Wholesale changes for both teams, including goalies. So Natalia Peterson will take a seat. I don't have the... Sometimes with the Saints, a lot of them are so familiar that I get to know the names, and some have been teammates or just great opponents over the years. And without the regular jerseys on, which would have the names on them, it's maybe a little lazy. I probably could have gotten a roster. Izzy picks it off. Izzy in front to test a new goalie. Oh, she covers it up. Izzy Camarada trying to snipe that one with 6:18 left in the second period. Saints broke out to a 1-0 lead in the first. 66 with a goal. 1-on-2. She got through 2 defenders. And the Rockets evened it up courtesy of Rachel Lee on the power play here in the second. The aforementioned Lee tries to keep it in at the point. Rads will have to go back and get it, sends it off a Saint. They can't carry it in, it's offside right there. Lost the puck, didn't want to put it in, but let's see if they move the face-off all the way back in. PJ on the face-off. Saints win it and send it in. Rachel there, hard up the boards, kept in at the point for the moment. Georgie there with PJ, and PJ gets it out. Izzy looking to pick it off again. She does, at least disrupts it. PJ gets that. She'll skate around Georgie, chip it forward for Izzy. Izzy's going to have to out-pursue if she wants to win the puck. Takes the angle, gets the puck, goes behind the net, get that head up. She does, looks for Rachel. Rachel has to send it back in to the portion of the ice below the end line. Georgie there, Can't get it, 1-on-2. Saints will look to go around the net. Rads will step in at the point, sent hard, no icing. That's just not strong enough. That's why there was no icing. Rachel gets it, curls in her own end, loses possession. Saints get it. Saints in the corner. They send it to the slot, wrist shot. Emma gets it. Rebound was there, but she covered it up. Got the benefit of a whistle right there, but covered it fast enough. 5:04 left, second period, 1-1. 19U AA girls hockey. If you wasted your time watching the Giants today, wrist shot through traffic, rebound goes wide. If you wasted your time watching the Giants get throttled by the Los Angeles Rams today, you definitely should have been tuning into this game instead. Well, it came on after that game, but it's a great idea because you're seeing a competitive game here. Sometimes the NFL games, not so much. No place I'd rather be on a Sunday afternoon in October. Saints get it, turns, right pad saved by Emma from close range. Saints buzzing here a little bit. Lily slips at the point, sent in, Kirsty bunts it. Can she follow it and get it out? Can't. Saints are gotten 3 low against Tootie. What a save by Emma with the stick. Saints with pulling the trigger just a little too quickly right there. Instead of shooting, she had 2 wide open in the lane. 4 minutes now, second period, 1-1. Rockets move it out. Riz with Amanda. Riz will have to skate around traffic. Looking Amanda and Lily, but they're skating right with her into the same spot. Rockets skating into each other's way and neutralized. Stolen, picked, I don't know if Emma got the save there, but what a play. Picked it off the back of Tootie's stick. Battled in front. There's a save. Whistle and a stoppage of play as the puck goes out of play. I think they might be calling Tootie here for something. She was alone in front, 1-on-2, and doing whatever she had to do.
Number 9, roughing.
Roughing on Tootie, a penalty that no coach worth their salt is going to complain about because basically she presented, if not a goal, then a phenomenal scoring chance. Saints get their second power play with 3:33 now left in the second period. TJ and Izzy, the penalty killers up front, and 93 gets it out. Looking for room, but doesn't get it. That's because there were 4 of the Pinks who come in offside.
All the way down?
Let's see if they're going to put this one all the way down. Ref giving Coach Rads the explanation why that faceoff wasn't all the way down. PJ steps in. There's another offside. Not called, right in front of the ref. He just says no call, but the player was clearly offside. Wrist shot. Emma gets it with the blocker near side. Izzy will battle for it as it comes near the point. Izzy fighting for the puck, but it's behind her. It goes deep. Izzy will retreat to cover the point, and she gets it out. Izzy trying to go. Izzy trying to go. She can't get through. Hamilton picks it up and she'll turn. 1:13 left. Can't get in. She's offside. Good play by PJ. Peyton Jacobus. 3 Saints there, 1 Rocket. Rocket wins the battle. They'll change killers up front and behind. So it's Amanda and Riz up front. Kirsty and Larissa in the back. So I think Larissa stays out there. I think she was already out there. And Larissa gains that puck. Goes to the near side to Kirsty. Can't get it out. The Saints keep it in. They battle along the boards. Good board work there by Amanda to get it out. She's got Riz, but they have to make a passive attack here because they're outmanned for another 50 seconds in a 1-1 game. Amanda's going to end up with this puck. Let's see if she goes to Riz. She does. It's a little too strong. Kirsty steps in between the points. Has to just send it low as the Saints converged. It goes around the far boards. Kirsty keeps it in, but her chip is not deep enough for Riz, and the Saints will skate out 2-on-3. The Rockets trying to kill this off. Back to Larissa. 28 seconds left to kill. They get it out. Hamilton is looking to go to her defense partner. Faked out 3 Rockets, slapper, Emma gloves it. Whistle and a stoppage of play, 1:52 left second period, 16 seconds in the penalty kill for the Rockets in a 1-1 game from Sport-O-Rama in Monsey, New York. One of the grand old rinks in the North Jersey, Orange County, New York area. Saints win the face-off. They send it back through the point. Riz will be in pursuit, skating hard. She will force that one to go all the way behind the net, and that is going to kill off much, if not all. Takes a hit right there, and Tootie exits. So it's a productive penalty kill for the Rockets as the Saints break in, get through one, but Peyton's still there. PJ battling. They sent it in front, but there wasn't a Saint there on the open side of the net. No back door. Oh, they got behind the defense. That was 86, but Emma got a piece of it. 1:17 second period. Sent at the net. Emma covers it. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 1:14 now left in the second period. 1-1. PJ on the faceoff. Now back with Georgie on her left and Izzy on her right. Wrist shot, whiffed on it a little bit. Izzy with PJ. PJ sends it forward for Izzy. Can she win the foot race? She can't. Saints try to move it out, but PJ picks that one off. Looking for some magic in front. Georgie heads toward the net. Let's see if a Rocket can get to it. PJ and Larissa sent in front. Ripped, tipped by a Saint. Loose in front. Still loose. Oh, they blow the whistle. The puck trickled through. She didn't have it covered. So that's one each on that break right there. There was one that Emma didn't have secured, and they blew the whistle, and now one that the Saints clearly didn't have secured. This one in a much more dangerous area, however. So the breaks in that count are even, but only a number, because that was a golden scoring opportunity for the Rockets if that puck was allowed to be live. Izzy in the near corner at the near side boards. Battling for it, but can't win as there's 3 Saints there, and they come out of it. Picked off by PJ's skates, and they move it out to the Saints, but Rachel's there to disrupt them. The Saints just pushing forward, but there's a Rocket there every step of the way. And Izzy gets through a couple, but she's still got 3 to beat, and only Georgie with her. Tries to change it up there and shoot it, but just shoots it right into a Saint. Rockets are going to have that in. That was onside. It never exited the zone, or it was actually brought back in by the Saints. So a very good call, or good non-call by the referee right there, seeing as one of the Saints brought it back into her own zone. Larissa looking for Riz, and she gets her. Riz steers it out of the zone as the period expires. So the Rockets win the period 1-0 on the power play goal by Rachel Lee. And as we head into the 17-minute third period, it's a 1-1 game. Since there are a bunch of you watching the stream, we'll remind you that Diamond Diehards is a podcast about baseball and about life. Both are going on simultaneously at the moment, at least for a couple of more weeks. And if you're a Yankees or a Mets fan, well, those teams might not be playing anymore, but we usually have some good stuff to talk about regarding those teams and everything that's happening in and around the world of baseball. Myself and the dog, Jeff Healy, are your co-hosts, and yes, we do talk about life on each podcast as well. We also do segments like Die Hard Dads, where we talk about our role as the fathers of 6 children for the dog and triplets for me, one of whom is out there wearing number 13. And also Veteran of the Day. So if you have a veteran that you'd like to honor, go follow us at Diamond Diehards anywhere on social media. Whichever is your chosen social media, we are there at Diamond Diehards. So give us a follow, send us a note. That includes LinkedIn, by the way. If you'd like to do some business with us, just get a hold of us at Diamond Diehards and say, hey, I'd like to do a Veteran of the Day or something cool. Amanda in the face-off circle, lift off in the third, she wins it. But quick giveaway. Saints were offside and they hold up now. They've gotten used to, as I think both of these teams have gotten used to, the automatic offsides that are in effect from this year going forward for 5 years per USA Hockey. Battle in front with Kirsty over there as Tootie forces the puck to go behind the net. Kirsty battling, but the Saints win it out of the middle. They come, they center it, nobody there, it goes all the way out. Lily and Riz, 2-on-1. Big play for the Saints if they get it out offside. So that one should go, that one clearly should go all the way down into the zone. That one should go down way into the offensive zone with the intentional offside there, but they're not going to call that. So they've been a little inconsistent calling where the faceoffs would be. That one, the Saints had 3 players in the offensive zone and they sent it in hastily. Saints win the faceoff. Izzy trying to steal that one. It comes up the far side boards. PJ's there because she's always there. Saints move it in, finding a lot of Rockets. That's what it's been like for both teams here. Real estate, generally hard to come by. Whistled in offside. 16:03 left. Third period, 1-1. Rockets win the faceoff and send it, actually I think the Saints won it and sent it deep in. Takes a weird bounce off the boards and the left point was trying to sneak in behind the defense. The Rockets tightened up just enough. Saints move it up to the Rockets. Rachel gets it there, sends it near side for Amanda. She's 1-on-4 and she just sends it in as her wing pair changes behind her, fresh legs. Sent up to the point, Lily keeps it in, needs a little help, finds Amanda. Tries to shoot it, but just finds a skate. Limping gingerly and heading to the bench is one of the Saints. She took that one on the part of the skate at the arch where you're just unprotected. They've made some strides in skate protection where you'll rarely see a player at this level with sort of like a helmet of the skate. Like plexiglass protection around the skate. Seen it a little more at the higher levels where the shots are harder and you have less time to react and maybe you're getting paid to play. 2-on-1, now a 3-on-1. Kirsty's the one that's back. She takes the pass and she forces a pass errantly as the left wing was the off wing there and a right-handed shot. Lily chips it out, was looking for Riz, but made enough of the play as that's sent in offside. No call. Rockets recover it. That one's sent in offside and is called, so they'll move it out of the zone. 14:48 left third period. 1-1. Rockets in black, Saints in pink. Saints win it and they bring it in. 86 trying to get through Tootie, gets to the slot, finds a lot of traffic, wrist shot. Kirsty got the back of the stick blade on there. Sent up toward the wing boards, Riz coming in to help out late. Lily tries to soccer style it forward, does, but doesn't get it all the way through. Saints maintaining possession here. Dangerous possession if they keep it long enough. Battled for behind, sent into the slot, high slot, wrist shot. Tootie got a piece, it goes wide. Sent in front, and Emma is able to cover it up before there's a shot and a rebound. 14:16 left in the third period. Rockets and Saints tied 1-1. Saints broke out to a 1-0 lead late in the first, courtesy of number 66. And the Rockets tied it on a power play goal by Rachel Lee in the second period. Rockets skated out of their defensive zone as Georgie does it. Georgie chips it forward and has to pursue. All 3 Rockets forwards pursuing hard. Let's see if they can pick it off. Now they'll still pursue it hard, but the Saints player is able to skate it all the way into her zone and out. She's still there with it. Larissa pushes her outside and eventually strips her of the puck, at least of possession of the puck. Saints centering pass, wrist shot, one-timer. Emma comes up with the save, covers the rebound. 13:42 left in the third, 1-1. Saints and Rockets. So for future reference, if you're a Rocket, you'll notice that the Saints are running a play called Alabama right now, where they sent a forward right at the net. Wrist shot goes wide. So they send on Alabama play is they're going to send a forward right to the net on the face-off in the offensive zone and try to win that forward. Saints move it out of the defensive zone. Tootie underneath, can't get it more forward, runs into PJ. 3 Rockets circling and swirling looking for the puck. Far side action sent in now. Rockets back checking well this game. No giving up none of the back doors, but a couple of times there was one 3-on-1, but an offensive zone 3-on-1 where the extra defender just got caught a little high. Sort of like soccer style where you're trying to force an offside, but in hockey you just never want to do that. Or if you do, it means you're losing and you needed to step up to try to make a big play and a steal late in the game. Tootie gets that one, steers it into the zone. They are not going to call icing right there, even though she looked like maybe she was behind the red line. Riz going to try to get a steal here. She's had some magic, just not today. Hasn't been able to get that time and space that she needs. Chelsea skates it up, sends it into the offensive zone, 2-on-1. Wrist shot left side, had her in front, just a little too strong. Emma was there to prevent the shot from going in, but they were looking for a redirection. Rachel calmly steers that puck out of grave danger. The Saints were very dangerous on that offensive shift right there. They'll chip it in. They are going to say no icing. It's not that strong. Somebody's in front. Rachel got a piece of that would-be centering pass to somebody alone. That one put out in front. 2 Saints, one in front of the crease, one behind it. But one in black is Emma Lacey, and she, with the big trapper, is able to cover that puck before it finds the danger of a stick owned by a person in pink. They'll face it off to Emma's left with 11:53 left in the third period of a 1-1 game. Wrist shot doesn't get through traffic, knocked down by one of the Saints players who was trying to redirect it. It just didn't have enough juice, and she ended up blocking it. Loose in front, Emma with the right pad save and kicks it out. Izzy gets it on the far wing, looks to get it through traffic. She gets it up to the center line, tries to dump it, but there's just too many Saints there for her to effectively dump it. And now they'll have to forecheck and pursue a turnover, which Izzy might get, but she can't. Goes to the near side. Kirsty will step in from the left point, trying to keep it in. Battling, does keep it in. Oh, must have just jumped over the blue line for a whistle and a stoppage with 11:19 left in the game. Same 3 out there at forward. PJ at center, Georgie on left, Izzy on the right. Saints win it and they move it up. Centered, moved in 2-on-1, but a little too strong, and Rads picks that off, goes behind her own net, banks it off for Izzy. She'll break out. Larissa will join the rush. It's going to be a 3-on-3 there. It's onside, sent toward the net, steered aside, not dangerous. But every puck that goes on net is dangerous. Georgie picks it off. Oh, she was looking for Izzy or herself. It's sent in, caught not behind the defense as both are there. Gets to the right circle all alone. Wrist shot went over the net. Larissa and Rachel were both covering the middle, and they gave the player the dot. I think as an offensive player 1-on-2, you'll take that. Rockets will change behind the play. Saints with a lot of room will move it up on the far side now through neutral ice. Sent forward and toward the net. Emma covers it up. They'll blow that one dead with 10:18 left in the third of a 1-1 game. From Sport-O-Rama in Monsey, New York. The Alabama play is on. That means 20, let's see, whoever is the right wing in the slot is just going to go right at the net. Let's see if that's the actual, well, that was not the play this time, so maybe Alabama from the right circle and from the left. Riz was looking to spring Amanda. Wrist shot from the right point. Emma saw it all the way and used a blocker to steer it to the far corner where it's battled for 2-on-1 by Rockets, one of whom 19 Kamakar will get it up the wing. It comes out to the top. and that's Amanda knocking it out. Lily will pursue. Lily had one of these last week where she picked it off actually in her own end and just marched in all alone with nobody within 10 feet of her on a breakaway, which unfortunately she couldn't convert, but fortunately she made the play and is showing a lot of prowess and growth. Number 20, Lily Rose Smith. One of two lefties out there, along with Rachel Lee. One of the 8 righties is Francesca Hansen, and she battles for that puck and soccers it up to Lily. Lily tries to steer it out 1-on-2. It goes toward the middle. Still dangerous because the Saints have it. They gain possession. Wrist shot, knocked with a hand. If that had gone in, they would have been wise to whistle that down. There's a bump on the puck, and they're going to call Francesca for a check. Oh boy, that's a tough call right there. The puck's there. They're making a bump unless he calls interference instead of a check. Puck was there. Difficult call against the Rockets. They're going to call the interference. A little bit better call. I can understand the interference call more than the check. It wasn't a check, but the puck looked like it was there, and if the puck is there, they're allowed to bump like that. She didn't close a gap with the hit. If you close a gap with the hit, it's definitely a check. Otherwise, you're allowed to push, shove, bump, and do all those fun things that we like in hockey. Saints with another power play here. They win the faceoff. It goes to the near point. Izzy uses the body to get it out. Izzy and PJ, the forwards, killing. Larissa and Rachel, the D. Saints keep it in there. It's going to come to the near side boards. They'll cycle it low. Rads goes behind the end line, uses the body. Coach's daughter right there. Great technique. 1-on-2. Killing time. 1:30 now left in the penalty kill for the Rockets. 8:25 left in the game. Camarada picks that one off. 1-on-3. Icing in effect at all times. She gets over the line. Wrists one. Sent it at the net, but too high. Rachel will pinch in at the left point to keep it in. That'll tick more time off the clock. Izzy and PJ still out there, and PJ retreats into a defensive position to cover and sends it back to Larissa. Larissa banks it for Izzy, who steers it in. Izzy should see if she could peel off for a change, but she's the only pursuing forward, so she gives it the old college try off of College Road. This one tipped in, and that was actually tipped in a foot on the wrong side of the center line. That should have been an icing even with the tip, but they give the benefit of the doubt to the Saints, who have 35 seconds left in a power play in a tie game. This one on the near side, Larissa looking for Riz. Larissa and Riz are going to try to break it. Larissa with Riz, 2-on-3. Larissa still with it. Stick fight over there, battling. It comes up to the near point. Amanda is going to try to step in. It's sent out to Kirsty. Kirsty with 15 seconds, dangles that one, backhands it into the zone. What great penalty killing, as Riz will be the pursuing forward and everybody will change behind her except Amanda. Well, maybe. Coach Paul working the box, letting Hansen out. The Rockets have killed it off. There's under 7 minutes in the game. Wrist shot, tried to redirect in front, couldn't get a piece. Rachel was there to tie up her player. Comes to the near corner. Somebody's got to go get it. Kirsty waits and holds her position to leave nobody open, but the Saints come down. There's two players. Wrist shot goes through Emma's pads, and it's 2-1 for the Saints with 6:36 left in the game. Rockets caught a little bit too passively on the handoff there, and the Saints are able to capitalize, so the Rockets with the 2-1 deficit here are going to have to try to solve it, as they did in the second period. They killed off the penalty, but this even strength goal is the one to give the Saints the lead. Saints will try to bring it in, but they're disrupted quickly. Saints in neutral ice, bring it back into their own end. Riz is going to pick this off. She couldn't go right in. Amanda is just right in her way. They're all skating to the same spot at the same time. Riz with a wrist shot, whistled not dangerously over the boards, over the crossbar. Riz trying to come out of the corner, looking for space, gets tripped up, no call. She had the puck in a scoring position. Tripped up, no call. They're going to swallow the whistle maybe for the home team here. Riz usually draws some of these penalties. She was cross-checked during the penalty kill in the first period, right in front of the referee, and there was no call. This one a little more nimble. She's tripped in traffic, but with the puck in a dangerous scoring position, and there's just no call. She breaks in with Amanda. Amanda looking for Riz. Riz gets a piece, still trying to get it to the net, but 4 Saints there, 5:30 left, and the Saints lead 2-1. Rockets trying to pursue it. Riz gassed after a long shift. Now the Saints are doing what the Rockets did before, too passively waiting, and the Rockets taking advantage, send it at the net, kicked aside. 5:17 now. Georgie behind the net to Izzy. Georgie loses her stick. Izzy tries to send her to Peyton. Glove save, still loose. PJ looking for the rebound, still loose. Saints will skate it out of traffic and out of the zone. This will be an icing, and the Rockets will get a chance to change. The Saints desperately needing a change right there. Another nail biter. When these two get together, that's usually the way it is. 4:57 left in the third period. Saints broke out to a 1-0 lead in the first. Rockets tied her on a power play goal by Rachel Lee in the second. And there's Lee again. Can't get it through traffic. It hopped over her stick. 3-on-1 with Larissa back. 86 passes to the middle, but it's too strong. Saints still with possession. Larissa blocked the shot. Golden chance for the Saints to put it away, but they won't do it. 1-on-3, Larissa Radoszewski breaks it up. That one comes out of the zone. Georgie was looking to snipe it on the break. That one sent in, offsides. And let's see if they finally put this one all the way down. Very clearly, she saw that her team was offside, but Rockets have not gotten the break down on the all the way down faceoff. Rockets will change. Amanda with Lily on her right and Riz on her left. Who has the moment of magic in here? Saints send it in. 86 gets a piece of it. She'll skate it in. Tootie there in pursuit. Tootie pushing. Amanda comes down to pick it off. Shot goes at the net, and Emma covers it with 4:17 left. The Rockets have to find a way to get some offense if they want to walk out of here with anything other than a loss. Same group out there. Amanda wins the faceoff, but one of the Saints steps in and shoots a weak shot on goal that Emma saw the way and covered up. And just kill off a few seconds. 4:14 now. Amanda wins that faceoff to Tootie. Tootie sends it around, looking for Lily. 50-50 battle won by the Saints. Kirsty will come in to help out. Battled for there now. 1-on-1. Kirsty in 66. She scored the first goal. 97 with the second goal. Saints center it between the points. Amanda's going to pick this one off. Can she get off to the races? She's got her forwards with her. Riz curls. She's with Lily. Amanda tries to shovel it all the way over to Riz. Lily gets it at the point, or just below the point. Amanda at the net. Easy stop. Riz battling to try to get to that loose rebound, but the rebound never got loose. Showing some grit, getting to that net. Defense change, offense stays. Amanda in the dot with a big face-off. Lily on her right, Riz on her left. Amanda puts it at the net, but a little wide. Riz in pursuit. Let's see if she can make magic. She picks that one off in the corner, but can't hold on to it. Riz steals it. Riz shot. Oh, it whistled just wide. Banged up the right side and out. Larissa will have it. She goes over to Rachel, who has a good look at the ice, looking for Riz. Riz hit from behind, and they're going to call that one. Riz was there. She takes the hit from behind and draws the penalty. The Rockets will go on a power play with 3:12 left. Riz has drawn 3, but only received 1. And she got the call finally after working for that one all game. 3:12 left in the third period. The Saints clinging to a 2-1 lead, but the Rockets have a power play. They converted their first. They win it, but it's a little too strong for Rads, and she's got to retreat the zone. Waits for her team to get onside and sends it out. Now has to keep it from getting in. 1-on-3. Rockets reverse it. Near side, Rachel trying to get a handle on it. And it's going to be Georgie coming up and gets it out of the zone. Not yet, but now. Izzy on the far side. She's got PJ with her coming late. She'll curl around. Georgie into the spot where Izzy was going to be. It's been like that all game. Sent in. 1:25 left in the power play. 2:34 left in the game. Saints killing off a penalty. Rockets needing the offense. They'll skate it in. This is 97, 1-on-3. Still going. Sent in front. Emma with the save. It goes up to Georgie. Georgie can get it up, but not out. Wrist shot. Emma sees it. Steers it into the corner, but the Saints are just out pursuing the Rockets here. The Rockets getting a little lazy, or just maybe jelly-legged. They're tired. Waiting for something to happen instead of making it happen. To the chagrin of their coaches just below us. There's 2:13 left in the game. There's 62 seconds of power play time for the Rockets, who are trying to erase a 1-goal deficit. They've erased one goal deficit with a power play. They will try to do it again. But right now, they're not getting the possession that they need. There's Lily. Lily chips it forward, but is it kept in? It is not, and they'll have to retreat again. 40 seconds now. Riz near side. Riz will try to skate it in. Does not have her numbers with her yet. She can stop and maybe turn and look back to the point. Looking, goes to the point for Tootie. Tootie back down toward Riz, but over the line. Rockets not pursuing there. 22 seconds. They'll skate it in. Riz shot through traffic off the outside of the net. It comes up to the point, and that's Kirsty hustling for it. She'll turn the corner, go to the net, send it in front. Riz tried to redirect it. Riz from behind, sends it in front, but it gets gloved before Lily could get it. Still time. 7 seconds left in the power play. 1:18 in the game, and the Rockets trying to erase a 1-goal deficit. The Saints leading 2-1 on their home ice at Sport-O-Rama in Monsey, New York. Emma skates to the bench during the timeout. Difficult to see which coach is instructing from this perch in the old barn. Emma with a big smile over there. I'm thinking maybe she's going to be parking it on the bench for this one. Icing in effect at all times, in all situations, including the 5-on-3 that the Rockets had momentarily in the second period, which ended up becoming a 5-on-4 that they converted. So if the Saints want to take a pot shot in an empty net, it won't make any difference to do it 4-on-6 or 5-on-6. Either way, if they miss, it'll be an icing. Referees blow the whistle. Teams with their respective cheers will keep an eye on Emma. Emma will enter the bench. PJ, Riz, Izzy, Larissa, Rachel, and Kirsty. Peyton, Izzy, Rizzo are the forwards. Saints win the faceoff. They'll skate it behind the net. It doesn't take long for Peyton and Izzy Rizzo to make magic. Wrist shot at the net, steered aside into the left doorstep. Rockets pursuing. Net is empty. 1 minute left in the game. Sent up and out. Larissa will go back to retrieve it. She has an empty net behind her. She curls, banks it off the boards to Riz. Riz tries to get it through traffic, sent in offside. Oh, a late hit after the whistle. Unbelievable. She's looking right at her and decks her. There has to be a call there. Oh my goodness. Clearly a full second after the whistle, and they're just not going to call it. Rockets will just have to skate at 6-on-5. They should be skating at 6-on-4. PJ, Peyton, Izzy, Rizzo are there. Comes in. They call the offside there. It looked like Izzy held up. Izzy knows she held up. She's got it right. The Zebras don't. 44 seconds left. High drama in Monsey, New York. PJ wins the faceoff to Izzy. Izzy pushed from behind without the puck. Rockets keep it in. Izzy will get it. She tries to fire a shot. Loose puck there. Rachel steps in. Rachel at the net. Loose in front. They score! The Rockets have miraculously tied the game with 29 seconds left on the road. Izzy Camarada, 93, has tied it up at 2. Get your celly, kid. You earned it. Peyton, Izzy, Rizzo together on the 6-on-5. Emma now back in her own net. 29 seconds to play it out. You put those three together, and it takes seconds for them to make magic. Rockets a little confused by their lineup, and they fortunately get somebody off. Saints try to send it all the way up and through. 20 seconds. Larissa's got to get this. Needs to be sure-handed. 16 seconds. Larissa needs to get it up and out. She gets it to Georgie. 12 seconds. Saints steal it. Trying to march right in. 93. Turns the corner. 93. Wrist shot. Rebound. 3, 2, 1. Shot wide. That's going to do it for regulation. I hear the scorer below me asking if that's it, if we're doing overtime or if that's it. Refs now asking the coaches what they do, and maybe you could even get a better look here. They're asking about overtime. Hey guys, what do we got for OT? What do we got for OT? 3 minutes? 5 on 5? Okay, thanks. Okay, so we're saying 3 minutes, 5 on 5. They were about to enter the Zamboni. Now Coach Paul has got the rule book out. And I think he's saying 5 on 5. I think I'm hearing 5 on 5 for 5 minutes. That's why you can't beat Coach Paul. So it's 5 on 5 for 5 minutes. Five minutes on the clock. Emma to the goal in your right. 29 on your left. Rockets only have 4. Okay. Judy was out there. She was just toward the end of the bench. Hamilton off the face-off, jumps in. That's not a trip. She jumped over a stick. Riz near side. Sends it into the offensive zone. Whatever the result, the Rockets erase the 2-1 deficit, going 6 on 5 as Izzy Camarada, 93, scored with 29 seconds left in regulation. 5 on 5. Shot doesn't go through. Tootie. The Rockets are a little sloppy. There was a Saint right behind the play right there, and if the puck had found her, she was alone with nobody within 10 feet of her. Saints retreat to their own zone. Rockets in pursuit. Comes to the point. Tootie keeps it in with the feet. Tootie's going to take a shot, stick the side to the near boards. Riz tries to get that one, can't keep it in. Still dangled about. Through traffic, looking for the breakaway. This is 10. Tootie getting back there. Dives. Emma with the glove save off the wrist shot. Rebound covered. Tootie with the dive. Took away the low shot it looked like. And Emma was able to stand up and play that. She got a lot on it, but Emma gloved it with relative ease. Usually if she sees it, she could stop it. We are in overtime. It's 2-2. The Rockets tied it with 29 seconds left in regulation. They're playing 5 on 5 in overtime. Wrist shot. Emma sees that one all the way and gloves it. 3:46 left in the 5-minute 5 on 5 overtime. Saints win the face-off again. Wrist shot through traffic, redirected! And Emma covers it up. What a play. Saints taking it to the Rockets on the set pieces here, winning the face-off, sending it through traffic, and somebody got a piece of it. They win the face-off again. Through traffic again, redirected again, but out of trouble. Up the boards, but not strong enough. Izzy has to recover. Gets a little help from Larissa. Now Rachel's going to skate it out. Rachel's going to try to take it to the house. Why not? She's got one. Rachel gets around the D. Rachel, short angle shot. Pad save and covered up. Rachel Lee looking dangerous with 3:22 left in the overtime period. 2-2 in a thriller. Amanda on the face-off. Lily in the slot. Riz on the half boards at the left. It comes back to Tootie. Wrist shot. Doesn't get through traffic. It was going wide, but the goalie just gloved it anyway. Hockey 101, offensive zone. Win it back to the near side point. Get off a shot, crash the net. Saints win this one and they'll skate it behind their own net. They'll try to break it out from there. They will, they'll at least get it out of the zone, but not with possession. Tootie looking for Riz, gets her, and they're onside. Riz tries to steal it. Amanda will steal that one, and a player loses a stick. Lily will try to keep it in on the far side, can't do it. Saints move it forward. That one not an icing, looked like it tipped the stick. Tootie's got to go back, retreat. She's got 1-on-2 back there. That means if the Rockets can chip it forward, they have numbers. Now the Rockets better get back because the Saints have numbers in front. Centered! Emma covers it up. I don't know if it was a shot or if it was just a loose puck there that Emma was able to pick up. 2:40 left in the overtime, 2-2 from Sport-O-Rama in Monsey, New York. Rockets in the visiting black jerseys, and the Saints not in their customary whites or blues. They're wearing pink. As Izzy Camarada, who sent this game to overtime, skates out as part of the late change, which was allowed. Up to the point, sent behind the end line. Rachel's there, tries to move it forward, can't do it. A little too much traffic. Centering attempt knocked away by PJ. Rachel will fight for it and use the skates behind the net. Larissa there, chips it to Izzy. Izzy pushes it up but not out. Saints keep it in. 2:16 now left in overtime. Battled for. Somebody's in front. It's a Saint and it's PJ. And it comes to the near side now to Georgie. Georgie banks it up the boards but can't get it out. It goes to the point. Looked like she might have pulled it out of the zone for a moment, but no offside call, so I guess she kept it in. At least that's what it was ruled. Rachel will come out to battle. PJ with a little help forces the shot to go wide. PJ battling from her knees. Far side, Rads with Izzy. They'll try to break out. Rads uses the space and time. Sends it deep. No icing, he's going to call. Not sure why there was no icing there, but the Rockets will take it. 99 seconds left in the overtime. Tootie steps in from the point. 1-on-1. Larissa's got to try to win this one. 97 powers toward the net. Emma with the poke check on what would have been the game-winning goal. Izzy's going to chip this one and try to get behind the D. Izzy has Riz if she looks up. Oh, she didn't see her. Oh, Riz was alone in front. Nobody within an area code. Battled for underneath. Saints break in. 2-on-1. Riz hustling to get back. Tootie knocks it away. 1 minute left in the overtime. 2-2. Saints low. 66 had the game on her stick, but it went just wide. Wrist shot popped up. Emma saw it. It goes wide. Hamilton pinches to the corner. She's a defenseman. Tries to center it. 66 there. Emma tries to cover it, and she does. 41.5 left in the overtime. 2-2 between the Rockets and the Saints. A couple of heavyweights slugging it out in the center of the ring with reckless disregard for their own well-being. PJ will take the face-off. Georgie on the left. Izzy on the right. It gets at the net. The left wing stepped in and popped that one at the net. 3.3 elapsed. 38.2 left in the overtime. Izzy banks it to the left point, not out. Rockets try to battle it there. Izzy getting help from PJ. 1-on-3. Hamilton kept it in. Rachel eventually gets it, sends it near side for Georgie. Georgie's going to pursue just below us. Rachel gets it in. Georgie's tripped. No call. Battled for. Saints trying to get it out. 16 seconds. PJ's got it. Let's see if she knows the time. 13. Banks it safely up the boards. Saints can't bring it in. Izzy trying to get through traffic. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is going to do it for regulation, overtime, and I think the game, as everybody comes out to congratulate Emma on a well-earned 2-2 tie in a highly entertaining and spirited contest between the New Jersey Rockets and the Ramapo Saints at the 19U AA girls division. And of course the best part is that the handshakes are back. Both teams played it tough. The Rockets could have probably had about 8 power plays in that game with the way things went, and instead they managed to cash in on one when they really needed it. And they get the other one, not on a power play goal, but on a 6-on-5 situation with 29 seconds left. So Rachel Lee scored on a power play in the second period to make it 1-1. And Izzy Camarada scored with Emma on the bench for an extra attacker with 29 seconds left in the game. They played a stalemate in overtime, and the teams walk away with a 2-2 tie. So that's going to do it from Sport-O-Rama in Monsey, New York. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets girls hockey.